Do you ever wonder why you feel burnt out by the middle of the day, but then scroll on your phone just to realize and see that other people are crushing their goals, achieving more successful than you, and somehow getting way more done than you? The truth is, we all have the same number of hours in a day, but everyone struggles with maintaining consistent focus and productivity. So what makes high performers successful while the other people just stay stuck in fatigue, burnout, and inefficiency? In this video, I'm going to show you how to hack your daily energy output so you can 10x your efficiency and then also go to sleep feeling accomplished every night. Part 1. The real problem. Step 1 begins with understanding that the problem isn't that you don't have enough time, but instead, the real problem is you're wasting these specific hours in your day that are proven to drive the highest level of output on mediocre tasks, leaving you gassed out, all before you've even had the chance to do the important things that matter. Be real with yourself. When was the last time you asked yourself or held yourself accountable for starting that business you always said you wanted, or beginning to tackle that goal you've been telling everybody you would start soon? Just face it, you're not going to get anywhere in life if you keep doing all the things that you've been doing, attending dozens of mindless meetings for other people's agendas and other people's dreams, keep scrolling on social media like a zombie, and keep kicking the can down the road whenever it comes to putting in the work towards your goals. So how can we begin to even address this issue? It's called energy hacking. Most people don't schedule their days around their energy levels. The approach you should be implementing is tracking when you feel the most productive and focused throughout your day. To do this, we're going to need to document your energy levels every hour for about a full week. For each activity, make sure we're noting a couple things. 1, what my level of focus is. 2, how long does it last? And 3, what tasks I'm doing in that actual moment in time. Okay, so fast forward a week. Now what? You've documented your week. What do? Well, now you're actually holding the information needed to strategize and engineer your time most effectively. This leads us directly into part 2, finding your energy patterns. Next, we need to look for key patterns throughout your day. For example, I did my energy audit output about 6 months ago after starting my real estate wholesaling business with my business partner. I noticed a couple key things. Between the hours of 7 and 8 a.m., my body was still waking up. I needed a couple cups of coffee before I can actually start really focusing on heavy things. After I had lunch, between the hours of 1 to 3 p.m., I had a big energy crash. And then anything after about 7 or 8 o'clock at night, my body was already getting tired, and so I couldn't be reliable to be able to do heavy focused tasks after that point in time. But between those times, that's what I considered my sweet spot, when I felt the high energy and complete focus and I was in the zone. So you need to do this for yourself and identify what your own sweet spot is. Once you do that, we can now begin to strategize how we can keep that feeling of momentum going throughout your day. This leads us directly into part 3. Managing, identifying, and optimizing your tasks. Hey, now that you've tracked your energy for a full week, analyze the results, right? And I know this kind of sounds like a waste of your time, like, Joel, why am I doing this? Since most people already know what tasks are pretty draining. But you'd actually be surprised at some of the things you uncover and what that actually tells about yourself. Look at everything you've actually done throughout the week and list every activity, and next to each one note how much mental focus did the task require, low, medium, or high, whether the task boosted or drained your energy. As an example of my own audit, my morning stretches, it's a low focus activity but boosts my energy. Checking and responding to emails, that's a medium focus task but drains my energy. But doing one-on-one coaching sessions is a high focus task for me, but in fact boosts my energy because I enjoy doing that type of work. By doing this, you'll start to see patterns. Some tasks are going to throw you off, while some are going to actually give you momentum. But just knowing this really isn't enough. Most people recognize tasks that drain them, but actually never adjust their schedule. Now let's put this all together. Part 3. Now it's time to get real with ourselves. We need to pinpoint exactly where our time is being wasted. Because if we don't, we're just going to keep repeating the same patterns over and over that keep leaving us stuck and regretting not starting our goals. Truth be told, this is actually the hardest part for me personally, because it meant really calling myself out in areas where I was lagging. Not because I was too busy, but purely because I was procrastinating, and nobody likes to think that about themselves. It's easy to tell ourselves too that we're just don't have enough time because we're always so busy. But when I looked at my own audit, I realized that wasn't true. I had time, I just wasn't using it wisely. That realization stings for a lot of people, especially if you think you're a high performer, but it kind of just reminds me to keep myself in reality. My future self is counting on me to go ahead and correct this. Therefore, we can't keep making excuses, and neither should you. So the strategy now, we eliminate and delegate. Look at your tasks, see what you need to remove entirely, like scrolling on social media, and what can you delegate to somebody else if the task is draining you and isn't essential for you to do personally. Batch the draining tasks together. Instead of spreading out your energy draining tasks throughout your week, batch them together in one block at a time. Because when you knock them all out at once, you're going to prevent them from chipping away your focus every single day. Optimize for energy. When you hit your natural energy dips, don't force productivity. Instead, do low-focused energy boosting activities like taking a walk or a power nap. And for high-focused tasks that drain your energy, make sure you're sandwiching them between energy boosting activities. Because if you don't, what you're going to find is it's a slippery slope to exhaustion. And you're going to hit that exhaustion point before you've even finished your most important tasks. Now, this isn't just about managing time. This is actually about managing your energy so you can perform at your best without experiencing burnout. Now that you know how to take control of your time and your energy, the real question is this: what are you going to do with it? In reality, the average person is probably just going to nod their head and then go right back to their old habits, right? And I've been guilty of this in the past before too. But the real question is, are you okay with living an average life? Having average success, or are you actually going to go and get after it? But let's be real, efficiency alone won't actually change your life. I mean, I can be efficiently running in circles, but this is precisely why most people don't ever make it out the rat race. You can schedule your days perfectly, but if you're still making the same mistakes, making the same choices, and falling to the same patterns, nothing's actually going to change. What if the biggest reason you're not where you want to be isn't because of a lack of time, but it's because you're still making choices as the old you? What if in 6 months you can completely redefine who you are? Well, that's what I did. And that's exactly what I break down in my next video on the secrets to changing your life in 6 months. I'll catch you there.